If you clicked on this video, yes, this is a serious video. And this scene means a lot to me. And not just because it's gay and wholesome, and possibly the best Guts vs Griffith fight we've gotten so far. Rather, it's because this scene has so many layers to it that says a lot about Griffith and Guts, but mostly Griffith, that it genuinely might be one of my favorite Griffith moments in the entire story. So let me break it down for you. One would normally write off this scene as a haha, it's continuing the are you a homo gag, as look at Guts' reaction to Griffith being naked, waiting for him. Sure, it is continuing the gag, that Guts thinks Griffith swings that way, and he's not wrong, but the thing about this joke is that there's actual meaning to it that Miura cleverly disguises as a joke. And it's one of the most beautiful but also saddest things about Griffith, and also a very key moment with Guts and Griffith's relationship in my opinion. Griffith throughout the Golden Age arc has been someone who's never opened up with anyone, except Guts that is. The question is, why with Guts? What is it about Guts that makes him different? And when did it start? And I believe the start of his friendship and love of Guts can be found through this yaoi shower battle. Yes, I am serious. One thing that always gave me whiplash was seeing Griffith's introduction and conversations he had where he'd be so serious, and it depicted Griffith as this real mysterious person, and even Judo and the rest seem to think so as well. None of them understand Griffith. And this is where the yaoi shower battle comes in. This is Griffith. It encompasses everything Griffith is. A kid who likes creepy stuff, loves to play, talks about his dream, can be cold, and even open with using Guts for his own benefit. And that's the beauty of this yaoi shower battle, as it shows us Griffith's entire character crammed into one scene. But what makes this moment truly special is Guts' response towards this. He returned the same energy Griffith gave him the yaoi shower battle he craved. As silly as that sounds, but tell me this, is there anyone in the Band of the Hawk who would have responded the same way Guts did by attacking him back and going along with his antics? No, and I believe it was intentional by Miura to include the conversation Judo had with Guts moments ago about how none of them understands Griffith. Yet in this moment between Guts and Griffith, Guts didn't think what was his intention. He wasn't scared of Griffith, he wasn't nervous, he wasn't thinking about anything. He was just having fun with Griffith, and that's what makes this moment truly special for Griffith. And this is the moment I genuinely believe Griffith unconsciously viewed Guts as a friend and became special to him. That laughter he shared with Guts truly is special, to the point that in the future, his dream didn't shine as brightly to Griffith, as not once throughout his pursuit in his dream did he smile genuinely from his heart. Instead, it was filled with torment, with all the people that died for him. But with Guts, his friendship with him has made him smile and laugh, and it's why we got many moments like when Griffith was one step closer to his dream, not one smile. Instead, he was looking for Guts the entire time, and once he saw Guts and saw him smiling, did Griffith start smiling as well. But back to the yaoi shower. The fact that Griffith was also naked is meant to depict that specialness, and it's why his entire character was on full display in this moment. Many tend to forget with the amount of fan service some anime and shows have now, but some media actually use nudity as a visual metaphor to enhance the story more. Insane, right? And sure, Miura does have fan service where it genuinely made me roll my eyes, as it wasn't necessary, but something Miura was consistent with was with Griffith's nudity, as every time we did see Griffith nude, it's during these moments where we see Griffith at his most vulnerable or most open. With Guts, we see who he is. With Casca, we see his turmoil, and with Charlotte, we see his emptiness. And this is where I noticed something else. With Guts and Casca, in both situations, he asked them both to join him in his bath, but both refused, but still accepted him in a way, as they still joined him. But the key difference being, Casca joined Griffith to stop him. Casca wanted Griffith to return to who he was with her, this calm, collected, always there for her, and not this Griffith that Casca seen for the first time, which is why Griffith immediately returned to the person Casca viewed him as, where with Guts enabled it and went along with Griffith. But as much as that meant for Griffith, Griffith, Guts and Casca still refused Griffith and didn't accept his offer, as again, nudity in these moments is meant to depict Griffith at his most open. Griffith is and has always been seeking connection, and as silly as this gonna sound, one way he sought this connection was through showers. I don't believe it's a coincidence that the two people that meant the most to Griffith, Guts and Casca, were the only people he asked to join him in the shower. So what I'm saying is yes, Guts not being nude with Griffith in the yaoi shower is meant to display this wall that has always been there with Guts and Griffith since the very beginning of the story. As much as I hate what Griffith did, and I hate blaming Guts for not communicating his feelings to Griffith as to why he wanted to leave the band of the Hawk, it's genuinely such amazing writing from Miura, and it's just sad. And I believe this yaoi shower is the perfect depiction and foreshadowing to their friendship. Griffith from the start of his meeting with Guts has been open with him. This yaoi shower battle is literally him being the most open one can possibly be to another person, but Guts never returned those feelings back because of his issues, his traumas. God, I love Berserk so much. There's just so much to analyze, even with small moments like this, and it's why I love rereading Berserk every now and then, as each time I get a new understanding of Berserk. Could I possibly be reaching with some of this stuff? Maybe, but that's the beauty of art. Not all authors write their story to be viewed in just one perspective, as that would be boring if we all saw the story the same way. And the same is for Berserk. Miura has mentioned in interviews, sometimes he lets his art create the story for him and let the readers decide for themselves what this means, what it depicts, which is why we get amazing double pages like this that tell so much without the use of dialogue, and even small panels or pages that one might not seem like much at first, but really have a lot to tell. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been a while since I uploaded a Berserk deep dive. I got distracted with other hobbies, but I have come back to making Berserk content again, as I miss it, and it still blows my mind there are some people that genuinely are interested in my thoughts. So I really appreciate you all and look forward to more Berserk content that I have planned. Bye!